I want to say it was late 80s. Everybody, it appeared like everybody dropped that year. And we just had so much music. You know what I mean? To choose from to listen to.
Mhm.
Man, I feel like, man, the Paid in Full album, I literally rocked that. I want to say it. You know what I mean? But now it's like I give a few things a listen. I might listen to it for a week or so. And then it's like, I'm back to listening to Luther, Marvin Gaye. You know what I mean? What's your thoughts on that? Is that the same for you?
uh, my playlist is pretty much just randomness.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just turn it on and I let it go. Um, I have a lot of hip hop in in my phone, but I also have a lot of '80s rock.
Mm.
I probably had more Queen and Hall and Oates than anything.
Oh man.
You know what I mean? So it's a mixture. But the last time that I went through some hip hop and ran with it, it was 2 years, three. What was it? 3 years ago? 444 came out.
Mm-hmm. It's been a
Um,
minute.
for
Yeah.
like 2 or 3 years, and
Mm-hmm.
the job had us working out in Delaware,
Mm-hmm.
and around that time it had just came out, or at least I had just purchased it, and from the time I left my house to drive to Delaware till the time I drove home from Delaware, that was
Mm-hmm.
the only thing I played.
Hmm.
A 2.5 hour drive up every day working. And when we were working in Delaware, it was some jobs that were an hour piece apart.
Mm-hmm.
And 444 is not a very long album.
Right.
But for 2 weeks straight, that was the last hip hop album that I played constantly over and over and over again. Now that's not to say that new things haven't come out and they aren't dope.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, it's just I guess it's not the feeling is dying. It's just I guess that it's like when some people get older with life. You as a younger person, you try to tell an older person about the technology and the things that come in life, and they're just like, "But I miss the old days.
Mm-hmm.
I miss the things that I'm comfortable with." And I think for us, that would be old hip hop is dead.
Mm-hmm.
Lyricists in essence are dead. So we
Mm-hmm.
have nothing new to look forward to now. While we still enjoy old school hip hop, the artists that we have, we've been listening to it for 30 years.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's not that we get tired of it, but it's just like, yo, I've been listening to these same songs for 30 years and they still rock the same way, but I need variety. I'm a little bit older now.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? My tastes are a little more eclectic. I
Mm.
can't be satisfied with just one genre. So like I
Mm-hmm.
said, I can sit here and listen to a rock and roll song
Mm-hmm.
that's I mean heavy metal,
Right.
and then straight some J Moss to come on with that gospel,
Mm-hmm.
and then Big Daddy Kane to come on, and I'm fine with it.
Right. Right.
I don't need to listen to just one straight genre. So I don't
Mm-hmm.
think it's anything wrong with it. I just think that we just need more to nourish our souls because probably like for you, with me, yo, music is my everything.
Absolutely.
It's my motivator.
Mm-hmm.
It calms me down. It
Mm-hmm.
puts me to sleep. And like
Right.
you said, when we were in school, yo, I don't know how this happened, but I guess it's been 92Q or whatever it was back then. Every morning, I did not set my alarm every morning.
Mm-hmm.
I went to sleep with the radio on, and I promise you, for some reason, they played "Baby, Baby, Baby" by TLC at the same exact time every morning, and
Mm-hmm.
that's how I used to wake up.
Hmm.
And the radio wasn't loud, but in my
Mm-hmm.
sleep, I subconsciously heard that song and was like, "Yo, it's time to get up and go to school."
How about that? How about that? I mean, you said it best, man. Music, it's the soundtrack to our life, man. You know, and it's crazy. It's like sometimes when I hear the old guys, I don't even want to say old guys, but like you might hear a Dougie Fresh song, and it takes you to a place. You know what I mean? Sometimes I hear certain songs, man, and I literally close my eyes and vision that moment in time. You know, it was such a beautiful time, man. You know, I know everybody saying, I know I said this before, you know, our parents probably would say, oh, we had the best time, you know, with music and all. But I swear, man, I feel like we had the best time. Cause like you said, man, we had Hall and Notes, you know what I mean? But then you had Nice and Smooth. You know
Right.
what I mean? You had Michael Jackson, but then you had KRS-One. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it was Prince. You know, the list goes on, man, and it was just an amazing time. And I just felt like when I got a new cassette and opened it up and read the credits and see who produced the songs, or even remember we used to go to Best Buys. Remember that? We
Every
couldn't
Tuesday,
wait. It was
new,
like, yeah, it was
new
a
release
big
Tuesday.
thing. Yeah, it was a big thing to do. And it would be a line. It's not like it was just you and I doing it.
When we were coming up, we still remember black and white TVs.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So we go from black and white TVs to color TVs.
Mm-hmm.
We go from color TVs to TVs with remote controls. Because my mother used to call me in from outside to play to turn the TV knob.
Right. We were the remote
We were the
controls.
remote, right? I'm like, Ma, you walk past the TV to call me to come in here.
Right.
There you
Right.
go. Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
so we go from that to cable TV service because before we only had 3 channels, and
Mm-hmm.
one channel became the 4th channel.
Right.
So we went from that evolution of during that time, all we had was Friday night videos.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way that you were able to watch music videos. Now, that wasn't to mean we watched hip hop videos because they played other people's music,
Right.
which I totally enjoy, but it was nothing to
Mm-hmm.
represent us. Then eventually they put Michael Jackson, Prince in that category. So we go from that era to MTV now showing up.
Right.
But once again, we put MTV on. We're seeing all their music
Mm-hmm.
until once again Michael Jackson, Prince, Little Rick James.
Right.
They sprinkle it in there.
Mm-hmm.
So we went from that to Yo MTV Raps,
Mm-hmm.
which was weekly.
Right.
So was Friday Night Videos.
Hmm.
So now we get a little sample size of the things that we want to watch. Music videos weren't a popular thing back then, so not every artist had a music video.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't like, what I'm saying, when your group came out and they had a hot single they wanted to promote, that video came out. Didn't happen. Very
Right.
limited. People didn't believe in it back then, especially not us. So we go from that to the jukebox.
Mm-hmm.
We go to the jukebox. For y'all that don't know what jukebox is, it was a cable station where you called in, you paid money to play a video.
Mm-hmm.
And if not, you just sat around and hoped somebody would play your favorite video.
Right.
If you watched it long enough, eventually You
Mm-hmm.
know, they came with the question like, "Are we talking lyrics?" Because you know, lyrics,
Mm-hmm.
it's not real big for me.
Mm-hmm.
And for us, lyrics is damn near everything.
Right. Right. Yeah, absolutely. To me, to us, that's what started it all. Was the lyrics, what they were saying. You know what I mean? Broken glass everywhere. I mean, come on
Yeah.
now. You know what I mean? Yes, the beat complimented, the MC, but man, you had to say something. And I felt like, I swear, 90% of the MCs back then was saying something.
Mhm.
Even if it was super deep, even if it was super lyrical, or even if it was fun hearted, they were really saying some things. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's scary now because that's the thought process. You know,
Well,
as long as the melody is good.
right. No, but listen, this is my kickback to the beats and melody people. You know, they want to say, "Oh no, it's all about the bass. It's all about the kick, snare, the melody, the hook, all this other stuff." It's not, because if you look at any music today, even throughout our time, it's been taken from somebody else's music.
Mm.
So that beat was already in 4 other songs.
Hmm.
That melody was already in 3 other songs.
Right.
So it wasn't. It's that lyricist that took it and put them lyrics on top of that beat to make you go, "Oh, okay, yeah, I feel that."
Right. Right.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Everything. There's nothing new under the sun.
Right.
Nothing new under the sun. It was, listen, in all honesty, I can't remember who, but it was some people back in the 50s and 60s that were rapping. They
Mm-hmm.
just didn't know what to call it.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing new under the sun.
Nothing new under the sun. I know you talk about M and I talk about Hove and Nas a lot, right? But let's just take Eminem. Like, you sent me some of Eminem stuff, and every time I listen to it, right,
Mm-hmm.
I hear something different. You know, I hear something witty. I hear something clever. You know what I mean? Because, like you said, when we grew up, people that didn't understand the music, it just sounded like gibberish. But we
Right.
were able to process it and dissect what they were saying. You know what I mean? And to me, that sound like timeless music.
Right.
So yeah, it is certain songs in our era and today that are catchy and relatively popular, but do they have that longevity effect? And now I'm a go Hove. A lot of people criticize Hove. A lot of people say that Hove recycle lyrics and all. But what about the stuff that he say that 10 years, 15 years later you catch? You get what I'm saying?
You caught that he stole it from somebody else?
But
Is that what you catching?
well, no, not necessarily that. I mean, his foresight. 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4. He ain't get that from nobody.
Are you for certain of this? And
I'm
it may,
positive.
you sure? And it may have not have been million. Listen, he's not saying all of this stuff all verbatim.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He might have got something from else. Somebody could have been 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4. He just changed it to a million. But I'm just picking with you because my thing is this: regardless if he stole it, he didn't steal it. You know what I mean? He turned it into his art form,
Mm-hmm.
and I just let it ride because in the comments the other day they were picking with Jay about that.
Mm-hmm.
But as YouTube content creators, isn't that what we do?
Yeah.
We see what other people do and try to make it our own, or we try to make it better. It's nothing new under the sun.
Right.
So what
Right.
we doing right now, somebody else has done.
Mm-hmm.
We just trying to put our own spin on it. So
Right.
even if he did steal it, like I like to joke you because that's your man, but
Yeah.
he made it his own. Regardless of how he did it, he made it his own. And
This is
people,
true.
and nobody steals more rhymes from Big than Jay, but
Mhm.
other dudes steal rhymes and stuff from Big. So what's the difference?
Right. 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 And if I really did my homework, a lot of people reference another track. But normally how they do it is they might say, yeah, like so and so said. such and such did. You know what I mean?
Mm.
They'll do that. But it's been done. So it ain't all Hove.
Everybody does it.
Everybody does it in their own little way. You know what I mean? But then again, it comes to lyricism. You know what I mean? You wouldn't catch that if you wasn't listening to the lyrics.
But then again, listen, I give Jay a pass, and I don't give too many people passes.
Mm-hmm.
The reason that I give Jay a pass is because Jay was playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
He's playing the music game. That's why Jay went from jerseys and rims to grown man shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he flipped up his whole style. Once he made his money and was able to control his own, you watch how his whole style flipped.
Mm-hmm.
And then to me, he became more lyrical. Before he was doing the stuff that sold.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like, yo, take the wheels off for what? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
he let you know, like, this is not how you do it. I'm trying to give you $1 million worth of game for $9.99. Like, he switched up his style to become who he really was. But he played the game how he had to play it to get where he needed to be where he is now. And I think that a lot of people don't understand that about Jay-Z. And to me, that's why that makes him one of the best of all times. Because he played both sides. He gave you your stupid in the club hoe type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But then he gave you lyrics when he needed to give you lyrics. He made it serious. He was, he had his little conscious stuff as well.
Mm-hmm.
Jay can hit you what he needed to hit you with. And I just think people take a little too much of that for granted because they look too far into the he's stealing rhyme stuff.
Yeah. I love the fact that you highlighted that, because just piggybacking off of that, the guys that just said, I'm going hard with the lyrics and the bars, they got overlooked because they didn't adopt that mentality. You know what I mean? Some of our favorites that should be just as big as Hove. I bet Hove even admires some of those guys. They got overlooked because they didn't know how to maneuver through the times. So yeah, that was brilliant of Hove. You know what I mean? And not a lot of rappers were able to do that.
Because he correlated the drug game to the music game.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of them can do that.
Yeah.
The RZA, he did the same thing. He took his experience in the drug game, and he correlated it to business. Now you may not be moving the same pieces on the chessboard, but the objective is the same: to capture the queen.
Right.
And the queen is that bag and control over what you do. You want to be that boss. Like, you don't want to be on the corner selling. You want to be the supplier.
Right.
You want to be the dude that you don't see me in the transactions we make. You don't see me.
Right.
But you dealing with me. That's the difference.
Right.
And what they did, but other rappers don't see it that way. They just see it like, yo, let me get this game, try to make money, be flossy, yada yada yada, poof, gone in the wind.
Right. Facts. Yeah. Because we know how it is, man. One day they love you, the next day they like, who's that? You know what I mean? It takes special people to persevere and stay relevant.
Well, back then, not now. It's not hard for them to stay relevant now. Once again, you find the right producer to give you the right beat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I personally don't know. Just like we were talking about doing the top 30 greatest rap groups. And somebody was like, yo, the Migos got to be in there. I'm like, I can't tell you one way or another because I don't know nothing about it.
The Migos are impactful in today's era.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about impact. Lyrically, are they up there?
I think they got bars. It's a different approach, but they definitely got bars.
Okay, well then I'll have to listen to them to find out.
Yeah.
Because all I know is yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I know.
Yeah. I guess it's just a different game. It's not the boom bap that we used to hearing. It's more melodic. You know what I mean? So
they took 50 to the next level.
Yeah.
who took
Man.
Ja Rule's.
Ah.
yo, yo stole Ja Rule style. Yo clowned him. This is the part that kills me about hip hop and just our community. 50's whole campaign was to smear Ja Rule and his singing rap.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as he got him canceled,
Mm-hmm.
he stole his style
Mm-hmm.
and started doing the same, and everybody loved it.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's not, so that proves to me it's not always about what you do, it's about who does it.
Mm-hmm.
They did the exact same thing,
Yeah.
but for
Yeah.
some reason, Ja not accepted, and 50 is.
Hmm. Yeah. Guess it's the art of war, right?
It is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every war is won even before you fight it.
This is true. This is true. Well, man, any parting words?
Yes, we about to have this war on YouTube because we about to take it over.
I concur. I concur. Hashtag YouTube click, man. We are out here, man. Whether you like it or not. How about that, Hendo?
You got to find a better hashtag than that, homie. YouTube is a little too big, and I can't be affiliated with everybody.
Facts. Okay. We gonna work on that. But we out here, man. While we out here, man, talking about the squad, man. Talking about all of the brothers. We down with.
Ooh, all right. First, let me see. Let me start at the beginning of the week. Monday nights at 9 p.m. we have Ravens Roundtable with myself, Lunch Break Hot Take, Jose and Brodney, Open Mic with OTR Mike, Chris Just Joking from Deep Cover Podcast, and Coach Evans from Sip to Tally. On Tuesday nights, you have Suge Knight with Steel Conspiracy with myself, Brodney. Yeah, just myself and Brodney, most part. Then we got Wednesday nights, Lunch Break Hot Take, 7:15. They had their show, Lunch Break Hot Take show. Thursdays, I think we should be clear. Fridays, of course, we have Electric Relaxation with Mr. Galloway. Saturday nights, we got Hanging with Hendo with myself. Sunday, we have myself, I feel like